Book of Psalms, chapter 33, and verse 11. The counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, standeth forever. The thoughts of his heart to all generations. The book of Proverbs, chapter 19, and verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart, nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, that shall stand. Proverbs 21 and 30. There is no wisdom, no understanding, nor counsel against the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. All praises to Yahweh by Shema Shai, Bahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect, and seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some look like the heathen. Begin with the 144,000. Preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. Yahweh shall speak. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, this kingdom, the Esau's rulership, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Right? And I was watching this video right here. I caught the tail end of it. But hey, that's beautiful. Because Yahweh Shema Shai does everything on his timing. Right? President Trump participates in a Middle East peace ceremony. I want you to hear what he said. This proud devil. This is how you know they're the Edomites, man, full of pride. Trump said that he's been hearing that World War III will start in the Middle East, right? And he's saying that it will not start. There won't be a World War III. It won't start in the Middle East. And when he said that, man, I was doing my stretches. I said, oh, well, hell no. I said, the hell with the stretches. I said, we got to get on. The Holy Spirit said, hey, press record. So, hey, once it stopped acting up, let's see. That's tripping now. I don't know what's going on with it, y'all. This joint acting crazy. Hold on, let me close it out. So this devil is so much pride, he really think that he can stop prophecy. That's the pride of these devils, man. Why is it not playing? I don't know what's going on with it, y'all. I might have to let it play from my TV. I don't know what's up with this shit. Let's see. Let's see. It won't play. I have no idea why. I don't act crazy. It's more than one way to daggone skin a cat, though. I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'm gonna play it off the TV. Let me get closer. Hopefully y'all can hear it. I'm gonna play it off the TV. You hear what this devil said, man.
Speaking. And as those commitments are made, I'm going to let the world know who is doing it, because they really deserve great credit for doing it, and they're going to do something that's really monumental. This is a monumental day. This is a monumental moment in the history of the world beyond the Middle East. We've all agreed that supporting Gaza must be done to lift up the people themselves, but we don't want to fund anything having to do with bloodshed, hatred, or terror, as has happened in the past. And for the same reason, we're also agreed that Gaza's reconstruction requires that it be demilitarized, and that a new, honest civilian police force must be allowed to create a safe condition for the people in Gaza. As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States and We're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world. It means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all. But it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. Never be a World War III. It begins right here and right.
You heard that? He said he read it in many places, many times. He said, but it won't be a World War III. You see? The pride of these devils, man. Hey, I'm sorry for not playing on the video on the phone. I don't know what's up with it. He said it will not start in the Middle East and it won't be a World War III. Well, he said he read it. But where you read it from? It don't matter where he read it from, but it's going to happen because it's in the Bible. And I'm pretty sure he read it out of the Bible. He probably saw headlines and things of that nature, people talking about it. But I'm sure he read it out the Bible, man. The elites know. You see, Trump doesn't just represent America, the pride of America. Trump represents the elites, the pride of these elites. Because see, that inward thought is that they should live forever. See, they really think they can supersede Yahweh Shema Shai. You get Psalms 49 and 11, throughout Yahweh Shema Shai. The inward thought, Esau's inward thought, these Edomites, so-called white people, is that their houses shall continue forever, right? Their heritage and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beast that perisheth. You see? So, this is the pride of these devils, man. They really think they're going to live forever. They think they can offset prophecy. What's that one in Job? He's saying, what does the Lord, what profit or benefit does the Lord serve him? Let me see. Let me pause it. Here it is, the Wadi Hawba Shema Shah. Job 21 and let's start at 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yeah, almighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of God Yahweh upon them. Their bull genereth and faileth not. Their cow calveth and casteth not her calf. In other words, these Edomites are blessed. They're in their kingdom. It seems like nothing ever happens to them. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. Right? They rejoice. They live in abundance. They got peace. Right? No worries. They take the timbrel and harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ. Right? They're full of mirth. They spend their days in wealth and in a moment go down to the grave. Right? So they live a life full of abundance and wealth, peace and prosperity. Then when they get old, they die. Therefore, they say unto God, Yahweh, depart from us. For we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? You see, this is their mindset, their pride. Right? So they don't care nothing about the Lord. All this, we Christians and no, you not, man. You hypocrites, pretenders. You full of pride. You full of shit. Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. Right? So Esau don't control nothing. They don't got these things by way of their doings, or them working hard, or they just some powerful people. No, they're scum, man. How about Shemashah set up the basis of men? It says the counsel of the wicked is far from me. So the plans of Esau are far from Yahweh Shemashah. They full of wickedness. Right? So you see the pride of these devils who really think that they supersede the words of Yahweh Shemashah. No, you don't. Hey, let's just go ahead and get it, man. All this war will not start. World War III will not happen in the Middle East, and it will not happen, period, man. You lost your damn mind. Let's get this in the Hebrew tongue. Oh my God, one. It's a revelation. The book of Revelation 16:16. Let's get it. Let's get the blue letter. Right? He said it's not gonna happen. World War III is not gonna happen, and he said it wasn't gonna happen in the Middle East. Well, let's see what the scriptures say. See, you don't got to believe in the scriptures. See, these prophets gonna happen anyway. As a matter of fact, let's get that real quick. So what if some did not believe? Does it make the gospel of God Yahweh to none effect? God forbid. Did the words of God Yahweh be true and never man a lie? Where is some did not believe. Romans 3:3 over right there. The Wadi how about Shemal Shah. Let's start at we'll start at 3. For what if some did not believe? Now Paul was writing to the Israelites in Rome. But it doesn't matter who don't believe, Israelite or heathen, these prophecies are going to play out. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God Yahweh without an effect? Without effect? God forbid. Yeah, let God Yahweh be true, and but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. You see? You see that? Come on, man. So it don't matter if you don't believe. It's going to happen. Anyway, Revelation 16:16, and it reads, let's start at 15. Yahweh shall speak. We got to start up. Let's start at verse 13. Armageddon, right? And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come up out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Right, that's this beast system. You got the false prophet, the Roman Catholic Church. You got the dragon, this beast system, and as a matter of fact, you got the dragon, this beast system, the beast America, NATO, and the EU. Which the 3 unclean spirits like frogs is going into the religious system, the monetary system, and the military system, the money system, and the political system, the war system, the military, the financial system. There it is, and this religious system. It says, for they are spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Yahweh Almighty. NLT, my fault. There are demonic spirits who work miracles and go out to all the rulers of the world to gather them for battle against the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai on that great judgment day of God Yahweh the Almighty. So, hey, which also goes into the pride of these devils, man, and the system in which they push forth. Behold, Yahweh Shah speaking, behold, I come as a thief, right, to those who are not watching. Only the elect are on guard and are watching, because the elect of Israel know the prophecies by way of the Holy Spirit, beginning with the 144,000. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, meaning his righteousness, lest he walk naked and they see his shame, right? Unless you in the outer courts, you don't have this spiritual covering, you don't have this truth, you're not in the secret place of the Most High, which is his truth, going to 2/3 of Israel. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. It's the mountain of troops. All right, Armageddon. Yeah, Armageddon. Armageddon, the hill or city of Megiddo. It says Har, hill, mountain, you see? Mountain of troops, mountain. Megiddo, place of crowds, you see? So the mountain of crowds or the mountain of troops. All right? Strong's definition. Megiddo or Megiddo, a place in Palestine. That's the land of Israel. That's the so-called Middle East. And you get the root word, Gadad, to penetrate, cut, attack, invade. Let's jump down. To gather in troops or crowds. To gather, cut, together, assemble by troop. You see? This is World War III. The great day of the Lord. We just read it. It just told you that, right? That's World War III. Now let's get Joel chapter. Let's get chapter 2. We also get chapter 3 as well. Joel chapter 2 and verse. Joel 2 and verse. Let's start at 15. Right? No. Let's start at the Lord's promise restoration. Yeah, let's start at 18. It says, then will the Lord Yahweh Shema shall be jealous for his land. Right? So Yahweh Shema is upset at these Yuhus for being in our land, defiling our land, claiming to be us and destroying the land. That's why I got to be cleansed. That's the numbers. The only way to cleanse the land is by the blood of him that shed it, right? Is that Numbers 20, the 23rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken? Then will the Lord Yahweh Shema shall be jealous for his land and pity his people. The true Israelites. See, Yahweh Shema is doing this for the land, Jerusalem. But that's where the Lord is. That's where he dwells in Jerusalem. Right? That's his inheritance, his land, and also his true people who are the Israelites that scattered abroad. Y'all know who we are. So this is happening for the deliverance promise to the Israelites. The Lord's promise of restoration. Restoration means to restore. Verse 19, yeah, the Lord Yahweh Shema will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn. It says, I will send you corn. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, the Lord Yahweh Shema will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith. And I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen. Right? This is once we are in the land. Right? The true Israelites on the land restored back unto us, rebuilt up by you heathen, restored back unto us, and we received the blessings. The real Israelites received the blessings. We will no more be a reproach, a shame, a mockery anymore. We will then be in our kingdom and our blessing. Deuteronomy 28, the first 14 verses. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, America, and I will drive him into a land burning desolate, Saudi Arabia, with his face toward the east sea, right? That's the Euphrates River, and his hinder part, the back part, which goes into the west, the tail end, toward the utmost sea. That's the Red Sea. So the whole area is talking about the Levant, the Fertile Crescent, man. That's the land of Israel, all of that, the Middle East. All right, it says, and his stink shall come up. Who? Those that's in the land of Edomites and the Palestinians that's in our land gonna get destroyed. And the armies that's being gathered together, the valley of troops. All right, all those troops that's being gathered over there to the Middle East is gonna get destroyed. That's why it says, and his stink shall come up. All right, you Yoo-hoos, the army of the United States, and you heathen that's gonna battle in our land. This World War III, it's gonna start over there, but then it's gonna come over here and destroy America. It says, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up. That's death, because he has done great things. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah will do great things. You see that? Now let's get Joel 3 and 9. Right? Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. World War III. The second war has passed. The second war has passed, but this third war coming quickly. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. So all these weak nations now have nuclear capabilities, man. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Now remember, the true Israelites don't have an army, man. Well, the elect are the army in the spirit, or the spiritual armor of Yahweh Shema Shah. But the nation of Israel don't have an army that got suits and missiles, man. Okay? We're not at these G7 summits and all these summits and peace talk. No, we're not there. All right? It says, so those that's claiming to be those that's claiming to be the Israelites, which they don't claim to be the Israelites, they say that they're Israelis, the Jewish converts, they up there with them so-called peace talks. Where are they in the scriptures? Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh Shema Shah. The nation using the missiles of the Lord, right? The weapons of the Lord in the nation, the nuclear missiles. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Is that Zephaniah 3? Wait ye upon my determinations to gather all the nations. Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, Yahweh has judged. Symbolical name of a valley near Jerusalem, which is the place of ultimate judgment, Armageddon, maybe the deep ravine which separates Jerusalem from the mountain of Olives, through which the Kidron flowed, So in other words, Palestine. All right. That region, the Levant, man. All right. The Middle East, so called. All right. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, or Yehoshaphat in Hebrew. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. You see? Put you in the circle, for the harvest is ripe. The harvest is the end of the world, right? The end of this empire, the end of Esau. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. And this is going to start in the Middle East. All right? But hey, this mark of the beast got to be implemented and made mandatory throughout the globe. All right? Before it to fully play out. It says multitudes in the valley of decision, right? The Middle East, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is near in the valley of decision, right? Yehoshaphat, Jehoshaphat. It says thousands, NLT, thousand upon thousand are waiting in the valley of decision. There the day of the Lord will soon arrive. You see that? The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord Yahweh Shemashah also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens of the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people, the elected Israel, and the strength of the children of Israel. You see? You see that? Not all people, Israel. Remember, we just read that's the restoration of the land and the people. All right? Now all this big guy, tough guy talk, this proud talk, oh, World War III will not start in the Middle East, though I've read in several places. Matter of fact, it's not even going to happen, hopefully. That's what he said. That's good to know. Well, we just proved that it's going to start there. And it's going to finish there. Let's get Revelation 20 and verse. Let's start at 7. It says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. That's going on now. When you start at the top of this chapter, the prophecy jumps. All right, so that 1,000-year period that Esau was in captivity, that he called the Dark Ages. All right, that's when the Israelites were ruling. The Dark Ages, the Middle Ages, right? Israelites were ruling out of Europe. And Esau was in captivity. So after that 1,000 years, Esau came into power, man, during the Renaissance period. And he's been ruling ever since. So this is the time that Satan is being loosed out of his prison. All right? We're already in that time. It's not going to, Esau was not going to pop up and try to take out the Israelites in our kingdom, man. Nah, you lost your damn mind. As a matter of fact, you read Ezekiel the 39th chapter. Hey, we're going to destroy all the weapons, man, when we in power. So when the hell the nation going to come and fight with us about? Fight us with? It ain't going to be no protest. You lost your mind. Hey, you better read Zechariah the 14th chapter. You don't want no smoke with Yahweh Shemashah and the nation of Israel. When we in our, man, you crazy. Man, y'all crazy here. Revelation 28. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Magog, to gather them together to battle. That's what we've been reading the whole time. Hey, Ezekiel 38. It says, the number who is as the sand of the sea, and they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city. You see? The land of Israel, the state of Israel. All right? It's not talking about the actual Israelites. All right? Now, but you can say that. Why? Because the time of Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be all this gonna be going on at the same time. We already in Jacob's trouble, and you see these prophecies are heightening, man. They're increasing. All right? But it's talking about the state of Israel. It says, and fire came down from God Yahweh out of heaven and devoured them. You see? Yahweh Shaphat, Yahweh's judgment. And the devil and that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone. That's the destruction of America. Also, the land of Israel. And the beast and the false prophet are, where the beast and the false prophet are, and there shall be tormented, and they shall be tormented, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever, meaning a long time. All right, so that's the destruction of Esau and his beast system, man. All right, so all of this, oh man, World War III ain't gonna start in the Middle East. Well, it's not gonna happen. Not if I can help it. I hope, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. These devils full of pride, man. They got to go. Hey, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Let's close out with Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation. Right? This is a righteous anger. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. You see? You see that? So all this tough guy talk, you run, hey, this gonna be peace in the Middle East? No, it's not. And it's gonna be destroyed. But you devils gonna rebuild it back up for us though. Get your goddamn knee pads ready. You better be loose. Hey, get your exercise in. Cause we're gonna work the hell out of y'all, those that's left. But no, you finished. Y'all finished, man. I just wanted to hit this real quick through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shema Shai. Stay prayed up in the names of Yahweh Shema Shai. Esau cannot offset prophecy, man. No one can. Prophecy will stand. Shalom.